Fall has fallen upon Tickville, Wisconsin. Pretty, but a harbinger of terror to come. John Ludi here, JOHNLUDI.com. Come visit my website. Visit my Bandcamp site. I have a couple newish albums out that I'd really like people to listen to and purchase, because that allows me to make more of them and more videos and stuff. So I am in the throes of winterizing the yurt. It is late October 2015, and let me show you what I'm doing, because there's a few things I'm doing this year that I didn't do before. First of all, the yurt is in a different place than it was. The yurt used to live down there. The yurt was moved pending a cabin that I was going to build, that for reasons of a personal nature I am no longer going to build. So the yurt now lives up there. As in winters past, I have lined the outside, or am lining the outside, with Reflectix insulation. But what I didn't show in prior videos was this. This is a, fairly steepish hill, so the front of the yurt now, the platform is up about, I don't know, it's like something like about 4.5 feet tops. And so what I've done is I have taken all this pink foam insulation and lined all around the exposed area of underneath the platform, and then tarped it over. And the Reflectix is kind of the same drill as before. Some details though. I found that hooking both the tarps, screwing both the tarps and the Reflectix into the screws that hold the side cover, every few screws, is really a good way of stabilizing the sucker. And once I have all the Reflectix on, what I've been doing the past few years, and what I will do again, is I put some nails into the door frame here, and 3 of them. And what I do is I take some very heavy fishing line, and once the Reflectix is all up, I go around the circumference of the yurt and do, several of those on each nail, and that has held it pretty secure. Because the Reflectix is only, I think it's like 4 foot width maximum, what I do is I take some other lengths of Reflectix and I overlap and wedge them into the top of the thing for stabilization, and tape them with that sort of packing tape, and that seems to be working so far. So just making sure that the overlap is going down that way, so don't get any snow or rain accumulation in there. And that covers the sides. Now the top, let's go look at what I do with the top. Now, what I was doing for a couple of years with the top cover, insulating that, was I just taken, various bits of Reflectix and in a kind of a haphazard manner, duct taped them together and then thrown a tarp over there. That had mixed results. During the course of the winter, I lost probably about a quarter of those. So what I did was I created this monstrosity, which is air drying out as it was victimized by mice. Case in point. So what I did was I took this tarp and I cut a hole for the dome in it, and then I taped all these various slices of Reflectix to the tarp itself. I created a bit of a gap there for my chimney, and so a friend of mine and I will be flinging this over the top of the yurt and then roping it down with attaching to cinder blocks. And then for added security, because the winds in Wisconsin can be pretty fierce in the winter, I'm also going to be taking another tarp, one of a somewhat more pleasing color, and tarping over that as well, and then roping that into cinder blocks. So I'll have a couple layers of protection for that, and then I'll put my solar panels back on there. Now what I'm doing on the inside of the yurt, and I'm not going to show you too many of this because it's kind of messy, is the usual blankets. So I've got these blankets up. Those gaps there, I'll put Reflectix up. Over the dome, what I do is I take that clear painter's plastic, usually like a 2 or a 4, and I put that up there and a little cut for that guy. And that all combined, all those things combined, really make it nice and toasty in there. I've had it, this being Wisconsin, it's gotten down to about 25 degrees some nights. And if I've got a moderate fire going, I get it up to about, 70, 80 degrees in there. And granted, it's not a huge space, but it is a it is a structure that's that thin. So all of this together, all the the Reflectix and everything, keeping the floor warm by allowing for no drafting down there. That all seems to have worked. And the I'm doing a few things differently this year, just a bit more efficiency going on. But all of this together, basically, I was here for a really bad winter, and I ended up using less than a cord of wood. So so there it is. Just some tips for, I guess, fellow yurt dwellers or people considering yurts that may be helpful to you. So yeah, I hope that helps. And again, johnludi.com. Visit my Bandcamp site. I will have a GoFundMe thing going on pretty soon because I plan on potentially going on tour for these albums in the warm states this winter. We'll see about that. But there it is. October in Tickville, and preparing for yet another lovely Wisconsin winter. Talk to you all soon. Bye.